If you want a receipt for that popular mystery, known to the world as a heavy dragoon.
Yes, 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 yes.
Take all the remarkable people in history, rattle them off to a popular tune.
Yes, 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 yes.
The pluck of Lord Nelson on board of the Victory, genius of Bismarck devising a plan, the humor of Fielding which sounds contradictory, coolness of Paget about to trepan, the science of Julian, eminent musico, wit of Macaulay who wrote of Queen Anne, the pathos of Paddy as rendered by Buccico, style of the Bishop of Sworder and Man, the dash of the Dorset divested of quackery, narrative powers of Dickens and Thackeray, Victor Emmanuel, Peacock Peveril, Thomas Aquinas and Dr. Sacheverell, Tupper and Tennyson, Daniel Defoe, Anthony Trollope, and Mr. Guizot. Take up these elements, all that is usable, melt them all down in a pectinal crucible, set them to simmer and take on the scum. And the heavy dragoon is the residue. If you want to receive for this soldier like Paragon, get at the wealth of the Tsar if you can. This family pride of a Spaniard from Aragon, force of Mephisto pronouncing a ban, a smack of Lord Waterford, reckless and rollicky, swagger of Rollicky, Hennick's clan, the keen penetration of Paddington Pollocky, grace of an odorless Scarlet of Anne, the genius strategic of Caesar or Hannibal, skill of Sir Garnet in thrashing a cannibal, flavor of Hamlet, the stranger a touch of him, little of Manfred but not very much of him, Beadle of Burlington, Richardson Shaw, Mr. Macabre, and Madame Tussaud.
Yes, 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 yes.
Take these elements, all that is usable, melt them all down in a pumpkin or crucible, set them to simmer and take off the scum. And the heavy dragoon is the residue. Well, here we are once more on the scene of our former triumphs. But where's the Duke?
Here I am.
Oh, come, cheer up. Don't give way.
Oh, for that, I'm as cheerful as a poor devil can be expected to be who has the misfortune to be a duke with 1,000 a day.
Ha! Most men would envy you.
Envy me? Tell me, Major, are you fond of toffee?
Very.
We're all fond of toffee.
We are.
Yes. And toffee in moderation is a capital thing. But to live on toffee, toffee for breakfast, toffee for dinner, toffee for tea, to have it supposed that you care for nothing but toffee and would consider yourself insulted if anything but toffee were offered to you, how would you like that?
I can quite believe that under those circumstances, even toffee would become monotonous.
For toffee, read flattery, adulation, and abject deference, carried to such a pitch that I began at last to think that man had been born at an angle of 45 degrees. Great heavens, what is there to adulate in me? Am I particularly intelligent, or remarkably studious, or excruciatingly witty, or unusually accomplished, or exceptionally virtuous?
You're about as commonplace a young man as ever I saw.
You are.
Exactly! That's it, exactly. That describes me to a T. Thank you all very much. Well, I couldn't stand it any longer, so I joined the second-rate cavalry regiment. In the army, thought I should be occasionally snubbed, perhaps even bullied, who knows? The thought was rapture, and here I am.
Yes. Oh, and here are the ladies.
But who is the gentleman with the long hair?
I don't know.
He seems popular.
He does seem popular. ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A thorough piece of absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this man and calling him as the very man. Instead of such a peering out, his castles and steering out, flushing at us, flirting with the fan. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man.
Mystic poet, hear our prayer. 20 lovesick maidens we, young and wealthy, dark and fair, all of county family. And we die for love of thee, 20 lovesick maidens we. Yes, we die for love of thee, 20 lovesick maidens we.
Though my book I seem to scan in a rapt, ecstatic way, like a literary man who despises female play, I hear plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
Plainly all they say, 20 lovesick maidens they.
Oh, so excellently wise, for a moment more to be. Deign to raise thy purple eyes from thy heart-drawn poesy. 20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee. 20 lovesick maidens see, each is kneeling on her knee.
Though, as I remarked before, anyone convinced would be that some transcendental lore is monopolizing me. Round the corner I can see each is kneeling on her knee.
Round the corner he can see, each is kneeling on her knee. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A thorough base absurdity, ridiculous, preposterous, explain it if you can. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous? A thorough base absurdity, explain it if you can. Instead of rushing eagerly to cherish us and foster us, they all prefer this melancholy, literary man. Instead of sliding at us, casual, sneering at us, flushing at us, flirting with the fan. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. They're actually sneering at us, leering at us, cheering at us, pretty sort of treatment for a military man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, they all prefer this melancholy, literary man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous, they all prefer this melancholy, literary man. Now is not this ridiculous, and is not this preposterous. Angela, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, sir, leave us. Our minds are but ill-tuned to light love talk.
But what in the world has come over you all?
Bunthorne, he has come over us. He has come among us, and he has idealized us.
Has he succeeded in idealizing
He
you?
has.
Good old Bunthorne.
My eyes are open. I droop despairingly. I am soulfully intense. I am limp, and I cling.
Finished! At last! Finished! The poem is finished, and my soul had gone out into it. It was nothing worth mentioning. It occurs 3 times a day. Patience! Dear Patience.
Oh, will it please you read it to us, sir?
This we supplicate.
Shall I?
Oh, no.
I will read it, if you bid me.
You can if you like.
It is a wild, weird, fleshly thing.
yet very tender, very yearning, very precious. It is called "Oh, Hollow, Hollow, Hollow."
Is it a hunting song?
A hunting song? No. No, it is not a hunting song. It is the wail of the poet's heart on discovering that everything is commonplace. To understand it, cling passionately to each other and think of faint lilies. Oh, hollow, hollow, hollow. What time the poet hath hymned the writhing maid, lithe-limbed, quivering, on amaranthine asphodel, how can he paint her woes, knowing, as well he knows, that all can be set right with calomel, when from the poet's plinth the amorous colocynth yearns for the aloe, faint with rapturous thrills? How can he hymn their throes, knowing, as well he knows, that they are only uncompounded pills? Is it, and can it be, nature hath this decree, nothing poetic in the world will dwell? Or that in all her works something poetic lurks, even in colocynth and calomel? I cannot tell.
Oh, how fragrant.
How earnestly precious.
Well, it seems to me to be nonsense.
Nonsense, perhaps, but oh, what precious nonsense.
Well, this is all very well, but you seem to forget that you were engaged to us.
It can never be. You are not Empyrean. You are not Delicrucian. You are not even early English.
Yeah.
Oh, be but early English ere it is too late.
Red and yellow? Oh, primary colors! Oh, South Kensington!
We didn't design our uniforms, but we don't see how they could be improved.
No, you wouldn't. Still, there is a cobwebby grey velvet with a tender bloom like cold gravy, which made Florentine 14th century, trimmed with Venetian leather and Spanish altar lace, and surmounted with something Japanese. It matters not what, would at least be early English. Come, maidens.
Gentlemen, this is an insult to the Dragoon uniform.
A uniform that has been as successful in the courts of Venus as on the field of Mars. When I first put this uniform on, I said as I looked in the glass, it's 1 to 1,000,000 that any civilian my figure and form will surpass. Gold lace has a charm for the fair, and I've plenty of that and to spare, while a lover's professions when art and Hessians are eloquent everywhere. A fact that I counted upon when I first put this uniform on. The simple coincidence that I counted upon, the same thing happened to me when I first put this uniform on. I said when I first put it on, it is plain to the veriest dunce that every beauty will feel it her duty to yield to its glamour at once. They will see that I'm freely gold-laced, in a uniform handsome and chaste, but the peripatetics of long-haired aesthetics are very much more to their taste, which I never counted upon when I first put this uniform on. The simple coincidence you could ever have counted upon, I didn't anticipate that when I first put this uniform on.
Click the link below to donate to the Durham Savoyards. Please think about what you would have invested in tickets for you and friends and family to come see this in the theater. Know that we'll get to do that again soon. In the meantime, give generously.